Good morning, everyone. I'm going to talk about the influence of social media on crimes. You know, the first thing that I want to talk about is the bad side of social media crimes, because, as everything in life, there's a good side and a bad side. So I want to talk about the bad side of social media crimes. The bad part of social media crime is that, according to La Trobe University, social media has been used to facilitate new and old crimes such as revenge porn. If you guys don't know what revenge porn is when you post sexual content about someone without its consent. And usually the majority of the cases, the one who posts that kind of sexual content is an ex-partner who wants revenge. Also, it's promoting calls for harsher punishment, and also the ability for criminals to use social media platforms to look up for potential victims. So basically what this is telling us is that, we shouldn't trust anyone on our social media, especially if we don't really know that person in real life, because, there are some really bad people out there who their goal is to, bring someone down, not only like physically, but also mentally. So it's really something that we should definitely be aware of who we accept into our social media, like Instagram or Facebook, because we don't really know what kind of intention that person really has with our life or with us. So that's it. That's definitely something that we should take care of. So the next topic that I want to talk about is harassment and threats in social media. Now, sexual harassment has always existed. In the majority of the cases, the ones who are more affected by this is women. Are women. You know, Women have faced sexual harassment for a long time. And social media is not the exception, which is kind of sad because if you see it, like the fact that women has to face it not only in their daily day basics in their real life, but also on their social media, is kind of disappointed you know in our society, because according to legal regulation of CRS, online harassment targeted at women is often sexual or violent. Also, social media organization recently responded to doxing, harassment, and revenge porn on their sites. So this basically means that pretty much not only the criminals are looking for to bring people, especially women, down by sexually harass them through their social media. So this is showing us, you know, as I mentioned before, that we really don't know what kind of intention those people are having with us. So we should not accept anyone who we don't know into our social media, because this world has changed and people have become more, let's say, bad in a way that people don't have more bad intention than good intentions. The next thing I want to talk about is social media, a tool for victim blaming. So social media can also be used as a tool for victim blaming. Throughout my research, I find out that after the Kim Kardashian robbery, immediately as the event was posted in Facebook and Twitter, users started to comment and to say that she deserved she deserved that, and that if maybe she should cover more herself in her post, what she posts, which is kind of crazy because at the end of the day you are the one who choose to follow her. So if you don't want to see her what she posts, like if she posted in bikini or modeling or whatever, you just gotta unfollow her and that's it. So you don't have to make those kind of comments because at the end of the day we should never comment something that will bring someone down, because this is also is part of like cyberbullying. Because if you see it, when you comment something bad to someone, you don't really know how that person will react to your comment. So maybe that person see your comments and decided that you are right. And let's say that if that comment is kill yourself or you are so ugly, that person will you don't know how that person will react. So let's say if she decided to to do what you commented, so that means that you will be uh part of someone's death. So we should definitely be aware of what we comment, because we don't know how that person will react. And also social media can be fully used as a weapon through which friends and families or victims are exposed to secondary victimization. So this means that not only if you make your event publicly, not only will you be affected, but also the people who are in your friendship circle or family will be also be affected. So this is telling me, as I said in the beginning, the bad part of social media. So this comes to a more let's say worried situation, because criminals use social media to choose their victims. People should not post everything on their social media, because as I have just mentioned throughout my whole presentation, you don't really know what kind of intention those people out there are having with you. So, according to Springfield News, officers say that they have increasingly heard about cases where home burglary charges were chosen because the resident posted online that they will be on vacation. So what this is basically telling us that we should not post our location on our social media, because that's like encouraging the criminals to do their crimes. Besides that, you really don't want to know, don't want all the people to know where you are, because we live in a society where we can get judged quickly. So we should definitely not post our location unless you want to have like your house or your property robbed. So that's something that not everyone wants, and I think that everyone doesn't want to get their house robbed. No, but here comes like the good side of social media. No, social media has helped criminal justice institutions. No, social media has not only given benefits to criminals, but also to the police, because according to the La Trobe University, social media has given them unprecedented access to the public, and vice versa. Through Facebook and Twitter, police can interact and communicate with the public in real time about incidents or events that are happening in real time. So this has proven invaluable not only during times of crisis, but also like on a day-to-day basis, because the other day crime doesn't sleep. So every day there's something new. So the fact that we can communicate with the police in real time is good, for us. Social media has also become an important tool for police investigation, because as I said, social media is not per se bad. We just gotta give a good use to it. Um, this is how social media has also become an important tool in police investigation. For example, the release of CCTV footage of Melbourne woman Jill Macker's last moments via Facebook pages and YouTube, assisted in the apprehending her killer. So this is telling us that social media can be a good tool of to help the police and their investigation. So, social media is not only to post about fun stuff or what have you done in your like in your vacations or stuff like that. It can also be used as a weapon to punish those criminals. You I want to talk about like what things should you learn from this. I want to talk about that social media has a big power and big influence. So people should not post everything on their social media. And most important thing is that people should not accept everyone on their social media. Because, as I have mentioned throughout my whole presentation, you don't really know what kind of intention that those people are having with you. So we should definitely need to educate people on what kind of things you should post. Thank you.